Okay, Fern Scout again. I didn't film collecting them from the house. It's early morning before work. Just forgot. My camera holder's broken, so handheld again, waiting for the new one to be delivered. So I film as much as I can on hand. Standard Fern. Go as fast as possible all the time. It's off. He is funny. I'm not walking that fast, dogs. There's way too many things you keep walking past. So many trees they haven't smelled. Scouts occasionally try and smell, but he's off again, so we're just going to stop that. You're up for it this morning, aren't you, boy? You really want to go. He just wants to jog. You need to go on a run. Sorry, not this morning. It's going to be every leash length, isn't it? This boy's on a mission. So the wind is straight down the pipe at the moment. It is straight into our noses. So that's going to be encouraging Fern to want to go forwards faster. It's also going to be discouraging him from wanting to smell things, because he's getting smells pumped straight down his nose. That's just the way things go. Okay, so someone in this car. I'm going to get out of the way of the car so they can drive, and we're going to stop here because they are pulling like freight trains. That's a pair of them. Alright, we're going to wait here for more than is strictly necessary because I want some additional calm, which I'm not getting. You see Fern staying in his power pose. You know that he's off. One footstep is all it took. They're a bit excitable this morning. That was nice. I got something from Scout. Fern's they're just walking past every single tree, not even smelling it. Weird. Got something in their heads that's going on. I don't know what. He's just off. He's whining as well. Okay, so there is definitely a smell. Fern is whining. He doesn't do that without reason. So there's a smell somewhere which he wants to get to. That's what the whining is. That's why he's walking forwards with all his speed, going into a fast trot. Don't know what it is, no idea. Scout putting the brakes on a bit there, so we'll assist with that. Just insane speed. Nobody walks that fast, boy. Nobody. That's someone's house. We're not going into their property, thank you. You can have a sniff around the front like this. That's fine. I'll just wait for him to come back this side. It's good. I'm quite happy that he stopped to sniff. That's good. We are getting a bit more nose to ground. Good. So he's just pulling. So we're going to arrest that. Which direction are we going to go? Well, at his speed, we're going to go quite a long way. Though I suppose not when we keep stopping. Seriously, not even this tree. Oh, birds in those trees. That's got his attention. Birds is fine. Okay, you want to sniff? I'll give you that. Carry on. See how quickly he's done with his sniff? Just ready to go forwards. On to the next one. There are a lot of birds in these trees. What they're doing, I can hear them flapping around. They jump a bit, and they're dogs. As long as they don't get swooped, we're okay. Whine. Yeah, this is different. Just whining in general. Possibly just a complaint of being stopped every 2 meters. Yeah. You can smell something you want, can't you? I don't know what it is. I have no idea at all. What? I'm not walking that fast. Never ever going to walk that fast. I'm gonna leash go loose. And if this is going to be the walk, this is going to be the walk. If we're going to do stop, start the whole damn way, then that's what we do. Imprinting on the boy that walking fast does not get you to your goal fast. The opposite, it slows you down. The only way to get what you want is to walk with me. You want to walk in opposition to me, life's going to get very, very boring. Now, good sniff here, go for it. You see it again, you see the speed at which he rushed into that smell? There's no thought process in his head that says, we're going to get there. I can have that smell, I will be allowed it. In his head, that process just doesn't exist. It's smell, go. Or somewhere I need to be, go. There's no concept that there's a way to get there and you will get there. But they have to learn it. That's fine. Right, we're going to cross the road here and go down the street we've not been down. I'm not going to get in a pickle about pulling across the road. I'm going to be strict here. So there's 100 smells in these bushes. You two should be all over these bushes like a rash. Do it. There we go. Scout's getting involved. Don't know what Fern's looking at. Oh, the birds in the bush again. There's lots of birds in these two trees. There we go. Now he's smelling things. There we go. Perfect. That's what we want. Interesting for you, Fern, is what is around you. What's ahead of you? Good. Scout's put brakes on here. Good. Okay, so we're going to go down here. Never been down here with them before. See what happens. You've got 6 minutes till we have to turn around at the speed. Go back home. Much colder this morning than it was yesterday. It was only 10 degrees this morning. It was 20 this time in the morning yesterday. Sorry, leash goes across the screen on the phone. Whether that's contributed to the energy levels, I don't know. Doesn't really matter. All that matters is what is, not what I want. At the moment, they're both a bit full of it this morning. See, even Scout's giving a pull there. Well, I'm going to let the leash go loose. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just going to wait for a few seconds. Make my point. I might be making it a bit more forcefully. With the time spent doing nothing on each pull. So, yeah, just see the way Fern is leaning into the pull. His head goes down, his neck goes down. He is just driven. So, the way we combat that, we make the wait longer before we move again. Each time he does it, means each time you get a longer wait. I'm not waiting for a couple of seconds. I'm going to count to 10. And if I start to if we see no improvement, I'm just going to count to 20. And we just stop for longer than you pull. And you will eventually get the message that every time you put pressure on that leash, you have to stand still and do nothing for 20 seconds. Or however long the period of time is. That's interesting. You're going to poop, aren't you? Oh my word. That's the most awkward way I've seen. It's rolling around. Right, I'm not going to film this. I'll collect this. Back in a sec. Okay, we're back. Okay, so see what we get. Oh, an immediate stop and sniff without any encouragement. That's good. Did he just need a poo? Is that it? You're going to tie me up. I don't want you to do that. Go in front of me. Yeah, a lot more interest in stopping and sniffing. Intriguing. Okay. Scout wants to slow and sniff, and we've managed to encourage Fern into it. Good. Oh, he's dragging her around now. It's going to slow him down a bit. Like that. Just full speed forward. So you're going to count. Just wait. It's boring. It really is boring. You have to be quite strict with this. Every single time that dog goes on its run and puts pressure on your leash. So he's gone off to smell there, so there's no pressure on the leash. It's gone tight there. Stop and you count to 10, 20 seconds. You make the point that every single time you do this, Y happens. Every time you do X, Y happens. And because dogs are very, very clever in terms of thinking in patterns and associating events, you will reach an association. Every single time I put too much pressure on that leash, we end up spending more time, stood there doing nothing, which means I'm not getting what I want. It's hard. Same as human children when they're small, you go out and they just want to run around in circles and do stupid things in the roads. It scares parents. And this isn't scary, but it's the same deal. They don't walk nicely on a leash naturally. That's not something that comes to dogs. Okay. Oh, okay, we've got some smelling. Good. No, we're not crossing the road. Get that idea out of your heads. I can hear a weird little alarm going off somewhere. I don't even know where. Okay, so hopefully we'll do some more smelling. We're off at full speed again. I don't know if the microphone is going to pick that up, but there's a weird little beepy alarm thing in the distance. So we've got Scout putting the brakes on pretty hard here. She wants to smell this. He wants to go. He's just trying to drag her. Because I'm on an elastic Y piece, there's not really a lot I can do other than just hold my ground. And if that's in the right direction, then wait to Scout pull him back. Let's see what happens when he gets here and he realises there's something interesting. He's all over it. He loves it. But his brain is just so forward focused. It will take time to undo that, and it requires a more indirect approach too. Requires a separate, an additional outlet for his energy because he's got too much of it. He just needs to go run and properly run. Same as Rhodey. He needs to go do something which gets all of that fast forward energy out, and then they'll be able to walk nicely. But he needs to know what walking nicely is. Just tiring your dog out doesn't mean they walk nicely. They still have to actually know what walking nicely is, and that's what this type of thing is. See how fast he's just off. No care in the world what Scout's doing, no care in the world what I'm doing. Fern is in his own little world, doing it. See, he's just off, doing his own little thing. And occasionally he rejoins us and realises that we're doing interesting things like stopping and sniffing. The vast majority of the time, he's just in his own little world doing his own little thing. You're not going in there, dogs. So both of them are pulling to get into that property garden. We're not doing that. I'm guessing an inside fence down there probably means there's a dog at this property. Scout's really pushing our luck here. That's as far in as I'm going to let you go, dogs. I'm just going to hold you here because you're both pulling me. I'm just going to wait. Okay. Yep. Definitely an animal in this property. I'm going to go this way and they can join me. And we'll stop again. And they're off again. So I just let the leash out to full length. See what happens. They go. That's not the rules. The leash is not your guide. My footsteps are your guide. If I'm not walking and the leash is tight, you're not walking. If the leash is loose and I'm not walking, you're not walking. My footsteps are your guide to be doing things or not doing things. Every time he wants to go launching off into full speed. So yeah, there's focus on Fern, the German short head pointer on the left here. Watch what happens on a walk. Watch how low his head goes, and he's off. He's just gone. It's not a relaxed dog out for a casual walk. This is a dog that wants to freaking go. You need something to do, boy. And again, he's not even using his nose. That is not a nose to the floor to sniff, to find something interesting to do. He is just wanting to run. That's what that is. That's the forerunner to him getting into a trot. And if he wasn't on a leash, he'd run. He wants to just go. Now he's using his nose. Yeah. It's a very different posture. The front legs dip rather than just the neck dip when he's using his nose. Perhaps not very visible from directly behind, would be from the side. I don't know where they're going. But when he's actually using his nose, oh my word, you two are nosy. Get out of there. Yeah, when he's using his nose and going forwards, it's a different posture. So here we go. This is just the forward pose. We'll do that. That's a nose pose. The front legs dip. And that's the nose still. They're pulling far too hard, so I'm going to restrain them. They're not getting to this smell until they relent. They're both being a bit jerky this morning. Both a bit full of themselves. So we're going to do the fight here. You're not getting what you want because you behave like jerks. You're going to have to give this up. Come out of your... So Scout's done it already. Come out of your tense pose. He's got all of his weight on this. There's no pull here from Scout at all. It's all Fern. Even though he's turned his head round, he is not relaxed. He is still tense. He has still got strength in that pose. I'm holding on pretty tight to this leash here, and he is leaning in hard. And there we go. Nice. So we can move forward now, and he's gone behind me to try and tie me up. I don't like that. The only downside of the V-leash, right, he just dragged his sister along. So there's a bit of nosing here. He's pulling. I'm going to stop that. The Scout's gone into a smell. That's good. Hopefully he can do the same. Though he's just decided he's doing it. So there was a smell here he wanted. Now I've given them permission and enough leash to go past it or to it. He's not interested. He's moved on. Your brain's going too fast, boy. You gotta slow it down. Slow your little brain down. The world around you is interesting and full of smells. So we'll be turning around, say, in the next 50 meters and going home. And we haven't really got very far. If this is an empty plot on the right, because it's a nice cold morning, no risk of snakes, we will go and have a nosy around that, and then we will cross the road and go back the other way. Nice to see some sniffing. Please do that. Okay, yeah, it is an empty plot. Let's just randomly walk around this plot. And they're off. They've not even noticed I've stepped on the path. My dogs go have a sniff. There you go. Sniff the grass. Have a wander around here. So this is a little bit of kind of free time, but get used to the concept. Okay, sorry about that. Just had to take a phone call. We're in the same place. We're still on the empty plot. They're just having a sniff about. Once they finish doing this, we will just cross the road and go back where we came from on the other side. Lots of interesting smells here, aren't there? You enjoyed that. But then, I'm getting pulled hard. Not going that way, so they're over there. So again, body language, I'm showing them where I want to go by facing the direction I want to go, and I'm just waiting for them to choose to join me. And as you can tell by the fact I'm walking, they did. So now we'll go this way. Same deal, we've got one. There we go, scouts with us too. So, yeah, lots of stop and sniff. Feel free to sniff as much stuff as you want. Carry on. There is no restriction on you stopping and sniffing. None at all. Especially you, Fern. I'd like you to do it 10 times more than you are. And he has got nose to the ground now. We'll take that. But I don't like the forward speed again, so we're going to just stop here. That was the best he's done all walk. I really don't mind when he goes nose to the ground because he walks slower generally. So he's put a lot of weight into that pull again. He's relaxed a bit. They've seen a bird land behind the trailer. They're both looking at where it went. And it's up in the tree again. So I'm going to slowly relax the leash. It's not a cue for you to move, dogs. Your cue is me moving. Oh, I just stepped on. That's right. Flower bud. See him go. But that was nose to the floor go. That wasn't him just going forwards. He has a goal in mind which is nearby. He's using his nose. So a bit more forgiving of that. Oh, you can smell something nice in the bin. Lovely. Okay. So yeah, using his nose. It's an improvement over them just forward, but dogs will do the hard, fast forward with their nose to the floor. That is a thing that happens too, but for Fern, that's a step forward. It is a step forward because it means he's starting to actually pay attention to the more immediate environment rather than the distant environment. Same treatment, you have to just keep stopping, keep enforcing the rule. Every time you pull me, it costs you time and you can't get what you want because we're not moving anymore. But like I said, it's part of it. It's a part of a two-part solution. You can't just get a high energy dog that doesn't have an outlet for its energy to walk nice on a leash without doing the second part, and that's giving him an outlet for that energy, something to run and chase and do. Give him his job. So they're both choosing to go down a side street with no path, so we're not walking on people's properties. Thank you. So we're crossing the road anyway. We have to head home because they've taken so much time just to get here. Oh, well, yeah, they're both deciding something. Well, again, body language, they're off in a different direction. They're over there somewhere. There they are. I'm facing this way, and now we wait it out. I'm not going to command them to come with me. I'm not going to yank them on the leash. That beep is back. Must be this house. I am just going to wait for them to choose to join me in what we're doing, and that could take a couple of minutes, and that's fine if it does. So we've got one, we've got two. Yeah. Here he comes. We've got a pull, so we're just going to stop. I'm going to shorten my leash up again. Yeah, it is this house. It's like a burglar alarm going off internally or something. Okay, I'm just going to stop here because they're both trying to move. Okay, there we go. Yeah, what a weird noise. It's not a true burglar alarm. So Scout's got something to smell and Fern's just dragging her along. We'll stop again. He wasn't really pulling me, he was pulling her. Which isn't very nice of him, but she can put the brakes on and does sometimes. She's quite restrained in how she does that. Most dogs, once they got a smell, would be quite forceful with putting those brakes on and not letting the other dog drag them about. But she does have the strength to stop him. Good, encourage this. I went through the motions of doing a pee, and I don't think he actually peed. There we go. Use that nose. It's a big property. Lovely garden. Too well kept to have dogs. Okay, we've got a descent here from Scout. Got a yogurt lid. Lovely. I'm sure that tastes wonderful. And they're both off at full speed again, so we're going to stay here for 10 seconds. Maybe not full 10, so as I let the leash out, again, it's not a cue for you to go trotting off. Because in his head, see, in his head, that means I can do what I want. I'm going to hold my ground here. I have given them an extra leash, but I'm not going anywhere. It's nice that they're distracted into smelling. I've been stood still for the required amount of time. On someone's front garden, which is a bit rude, but they're actually being interested in what's around them, so I'm not going to get too bothered by this. I like this. I like the sniffing. I'm going to go to that tree, so I'll give that little pull. So now walking nicely. We are walking nicely. We haven't got a pull for a few seconds. He's about to. Oh no, he's listening to Scout. He's come off the pull. Magpie. He was looking at the magpie flying up there. Yeah, that's what he was staring at. We're not going down there, dogs. You have not got the time. Okay, they're with me. Okay, so no pull yet. That's just bounced off tight, but he relented. Okay, so Scout wants to smell, so we'll do that. Okay, they're a little bit quick for my liking there. So you see what? I stopped them and now they're both into a smell. Yeah. Okay, let's carry on. A little bit of a pull, Fern, so we'll do the stop. Some pedestrians on the side of the road. Yeah, might well start seeing people when it's a little bit later in the day. It's now 6:15-ish. No, that's a lie. That's not. It's about 6:30. Don't know why I thought 7:15. That's the time I need to be home. I can't see the clock on my phone at the moment. I'm not wearing my watch, but I know roughly speaking how long we've been going and what time we started. So it's about 6:30. Okay, so they're all smell under here. And this is someone's front garden, but I'll allow this up to that point. I'm not going to let them get in the bush. But yeah, please smell. Enjoy doing that. Good. Bricks have cracked in the driveway. Sorry, the engineer and me coming out. Wondered about cracked bricks in someone's driveway. Okay, so we're we're walking fast. Okay, so here's the thing for birds. Not that much of a shock given the breed. He does have a thing for birds. Okay, so I'll let him sniff this. Yeah, he was looking at the magpie. Meh. He wasn't really pulling, so I've forgiven him for that. Alright, so we need to cross the road again. But while they're sniffing in here, I'm not going to make them or drag them away from that. Gotta let them do it. Now we'll go while there's no cars. Lovely. We will go back down this street, but on the other side of the road. So yeah, please get involved in smells. Go do that. Nice to see Scout actually Fern leading, doing the smelling here. Nice. There are interesting smells for them. He's into it. Good. Right, we're going this way. Okay, bit fast. Let's just calm that a bit. Okay, he's off full speed again. Right, something down here has got his attention because he has sped up and he has gotten excited about something. Now his head's up. It's interesting. Now we're down good. It smells just fine. Happy with that. I appreciate the speed at which she went for that tree then. That's a hard pull, so we'll stop here for a bit. Yeah, as I've already mentioned several times on this video and across multiple other videos on my channel, pulling is always a twin prong problem. It's a problem with leash manners, which is a taught thing, and it's also a problem with energy levels. And there are some people, not these guys are not in the space at all. There are some people where it is also a relationship problem with the dog. I.e. the dog doesn't actually want to be around the owner, and they just want to be where the owner's not, so they just pull to get out of there. That's not these two. These two are certainly not in that position. Alright, Fern's being barked at, doesn't like it, so he's trying to get out of here. He's trying to see who's barking at him, which way his head's around the corner. So I'm going to not let them get down there, and we're just going to walk on. Not at that speed, we're not. He's chasing the birds on the floor over there, so there's 3 birds down there pecking up at food on the floor. Okay, he's pulling, so I'm not doing that. I'm going to stand here. Interesting that he found that so distracting. Yeah, weird. Dog barking at him to looking at birds on the floor. Okay, so he's putting some power into that, so we're not doing that. I'll hold my ground. He's relaxed. He's forgotten it, so I can move on. Okay, still having a sniff. Crack on with the sniffing. Don't jump the wall. Morning. Person going to their car, and they're both super interested. Yes. Like you've never seen a person before. Anybody? Right, so we've got Fern Scout's kind of been dragged along a bit. Okay, so Fern's pulling like a freight train here. Every opportunity he gets something here. We by the cat house. Oh, that's what it is. We are by the house he saw the cat at. Okay, that's why. Yeah, I'm just holding my ground for a bit because I'm bouncing around on the leash too hard. Again, he's just moving too fast. Need to introduce some slowness into your life, boy. Well, I know several other GSP owners, and they're all like him. Every single one of them is like him. Everything is done at super fast forward speed. They're quite hectic dogs at times. So my two have had a play with a couple. There's no personality mismatch, but they just have different views on life. The GSPs are just fast at everything they do. My two are just quite happy to be in an environment and not really do anything except exist and keep a watchful eye on it. GSPs can't do that. They have to be doing something. It is funny. Alright, so we've got some brakes being put on here, which is good. Scout had a good smell of something. Fern tried to get out of there and couldn't because Scout said no, we're busy. I forced him to then come see what she was doing, and he realised, oh yeah, there's an interesting smell there, I like that. Right. I don't know what he's got his nose into, so he's using his nose quite extensively, which I like. It's just in a bit of a wacky way. I think he's just desperate to get to something. I'm going to hold here for a few seconds. I can't see anything down where he's looking. I can't see anything at all. I'm not sure what he's found. I do like the way he puts his head over walls. It's funny. What side of the road of your street do we need to go down? Which side did we start down? Okay, so we started down the side with the dog you don't like, and it wasn't outside. So we'll go down the other side, which means we'll go past the crazy cat house where you both jumped the wall yesterday. We'll try not to have that happen again. And now I at least know why you like that house so much. We can work that. That was funny. It's not on film because they both jumped the wall, but they both went round the wrong way around two different trees. They've only got small palm trees in the front garden, but they both went around a different direction, so they couldn't go anywhere. They were stuck against the wall and stuck around a tree. Each of them was, because they'd gone different directions and the leash was tight and they didn't have the room to pull each other back or turn around. So I had to put the camera down and use their harnesses to just lift them back up over the wall. That's crazy. Okay, so Scout's got a smell going backwards. We're not going to go down into someone's property, thank you. That's as far as I'm prepared to let them go. So there's a big lean there from Scout. She's putting pressure on that. Okay, car about to come out the drive, so we will go nice and slow here. He's not got the seatbelt on yet. If I see reverse lights flash up, no, he's putting the sat nav on. Okay, let's go. I use Fern's speed against him there. Oh, there's a dead bird. Lovely. You can sniff the dead bird, any attempts at eating it, and I will take it off you. Okay, not too bad there. So he's pulling Scout around, not me there. I have been a little bit forgiving of that for him. It's not nice, but I suppose he'll get used to it. Scout really wants to put the brakes on, she can and does. She's quite capable of that. Right, so we're going to go down the left, and I will shorten the leash up when we get to the house with the cat. Like no one's coming, so we can get straight across the road. Okay, he is head up and down. Interesting. The leash isn't tight. It was bouncing off the elastic. Nice. She stopped to smell. I like it. Perfect. You're not actually peeing. You just went through the motions and nothing came out. Interesting. Very interesting. Oh yeah, I need to put your poop in the bin as well, don't I? Yeah, this is, do this as much as you want, dogs. Do this all day. I'm not going to restrict your stop and sniffs. This is what you need to do more of. And he's off way too fast. Distracted into a smell, which is nice. Okay, there's a poo bag down there. Look. No significant tension yet. There we go. So we'll just stop that. Putting up with that. Right, I'm gonna wait. He's whining, so he's getting excited. So I'm just gonna stay for a little bit longer. And I'm going to move on. I knew he was going to do that. I could just tell he is getting wound up. I'm not sure by which or both. He knows the house we're coming up to. He knows there's a dog over there he doesn't like. This is hard for him. This is not easy for Fern. He struggles here. And the solution is we just exist in the space. We do it calmly. We don't go anywhere fast. We just take life gently. Good that Scout's going to sniff stuff. That's to be encouraged. Happy with that. And the message for Fern here is you can do this. You can be here. I'm calm. Your sister's calm. We're just going to take our time moving through this area. There is no rush. None at all. And if you pull me on the leash, I'm going to stop. So don't pull me on the leash, otherwise you're going to get the reverse of what you want. What you want is to be around the corner so you can put your head over the wall and see if the cat's there. Now, if you cause me hassle by pulling, you don't get that. They both expect that dog to come bouncing up to that gate at any moment. Fun, isn't it? Scout's looking forward to it and hoping that it happens. Fern really doesn't want it to happen. He wants to get here where this house is so he can see if the cat's there. Okay, so I'm going to do some sensible walking. Make sure I have some distance here. So any attempts at jumping the wall, this is where they did it. So he jumped this place last time and she jumped between the end tree and that one, and that was, so yeah, that far left tree and then the one in the middle, they both went either side of those trees, and I had to wake them out using their harnesses because there was a cat in the window. I am being pulled hard here. This is really hard. Both of them are pulling, so we're going to wait. I'm just going to stand here again, not going to do anything. And dustbin lorries coming. I don't know what they make of dustbin lorries. Trucks, if you're an Australian, sorry. No idea what they make of those. So, let's find out. Probably don't care. They haven't shown any care for mechanical objects, vehicles, since I've walked them. So, I'm not anticipating this to be giving off anything silly. But we're at the house, so we will wait to cross the road. He's got a smell up his nose. He's at least noticed the truck. Yeah, as expected, not really bothered. And they both want to go for an extra walk. Don't think so, dogs. Nice try. Right, I'll stop filming here. Oh, maybe not. I didn't film this shit yesterday, did I? Going into the house, getting the harnesses off. It's the same deal as before, getting them on really. But these guys are actually happy to just stand still and let me get their harnesses off. I don't have to do anything in particular to achieve that. Very simple task. So, I don't really want you going outside yet. There we go. Right, that'll stop.